the tiny Italian little Peckham kitchen, and today guys I'm going to move away from the regular pasta occurrence, and today I've really fancied making a risotto, something to really warm up my cockles because it is Baltic. So today we're going to make a cauliflower and sausage risotto. Are you ready? Do is get a gorgeous cauliflower like this one here, remove the outer leaves and then cut the tops of it into little florets. It's got my cauliflower florets all beautifully cut up. Oh. As you can see, got a pan of boiling water already here. I'm going to season it generously with salt. We're going to boil the cauliflower for 4 minutes. So our cauliflower's been cooking for about nearly 4 minutes. So I've just got a frying pan here. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And then carefully, with a slotted spoon, I'm going to bring over my cauliflower gently. Try not to get any water in it, otherwise it's going to spit at you. I don't want to drain that water, and I will explain why in a second. My cauliflower's in there now. I'm going to add a little pinch of dry thyme. I'm going to just quickly fry them off in the pan for like 2 minutes, no more than that. Finish off with a little bit of salt, slightly brown it on a low to medium heat. Don't blast it, don't kill them. I'm going to turn the heat down for a bit. And I'm going to remove the cauliflower again. Now that our cauliflower is done, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cook some sausage mince. So you can get sausages, skin them, which is great, or you can use this. This is not a sponsored video, but I do love salsicciamo Italian sausages, and I already have like sausage mince, which is already cut up for you. It's nice and coarse. So I'm going to put in about 250 grams of that into here, into my frying pan. I haven't switched it off. I'm not putting any added oil because the sausage is already fatty, and all we're going to do is just brown it off. Sausage meat has already cooked, so I'm just going to move it out the pan again. And next what we're going to do, we're going to start actually cooking our risotto now, and then I'm going to show you how you're going to incorporate these ingredients a lot later. Now for this recipe, with risottos I always use onions, but actually, because hit myself in the face, because leeks are in season, you know, it is essentially an onion in a different form, is what I'm trying to say. It's sweeter, it's delicious. I'm going to use this instead of onion. So we're going to start frying off our leeks. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Don't be stingy with your olive oil, especially when you're cooking risotto, because everything's got to be beautifully flavoured in it. Do you know what I mean? Now, I'm going to add in my leeks. Make sure it's on a low heat. We don't want to brown them too much. Just want to beautifully soften them. You may have noticed that it's quite dark on the bottom of my pan. That is the caramelisation that we have got from the cauliflower and the sausage before. I don't want to get rid of it because it will flavour the dish, and when I add a little bit of white wine later, it will deglaze it. I'll show you how that. While those leeks are softening, I need to get my stock ready for my risotto. So I told you I didn't want to throw away that cauliflower water, didn't I? So I'm going to start collecting some of that water because it's just full of goodness and already got flavour in it, guys. So I'm cooking 200 grams of risotto, which means I need 800 mils of stock. So I'm just collecting the water out of the pan where I cooked my cauliflower. Always make sure your stock is hot. Can't have it go cold, it will just cool the whole process down. So I've got my 800 mils of water. I'm just adding a couple of teaspoons of, I've put in some bouillon. You can use vegetable stock, chicken stock, whatever you want. I'm just going to get that going in the pan. Leeks are beautifully in here. I want to add my rice now because my leeks are beautifully softened. I'm adding in my rice. Now, just like pasta, you don't want overcooked risotto. You just don't. So you've got to put your risotto in the pan, turn it up on a slightly medium heat, and for a couple of minutes, just give it a good mix in the oil, in your onions or leek, like I'm using here. And just make sure it's beautifully toasted on the outside. Now, next point here is very, very key. You must season your risotto now. Don't wait till the end. The reason why is because the risotto is hard, right? It's a really hard grain, And you want to make sure that it's not only seasoned on the outside but also through the middle, just so you get the most incredible risotto experience. So by adding your salt now, it gives it enough time to infuse in our rice grain. Alright? So we've added some salt. I'm just going to keep on toasting it for a couple of minutes, like so. Now we're ready to add our wine. This is what I wanted to show you. So look, I'm going to pour in some white wine. It's going to sizzle. Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. Right. Now, with my spoon, if I push against the bottom of the saucepan, can you see how it's lifting all that caramelisation at the bottom? That is what we call deglazing. So we just deglaze the pan. We're going to also flavour our risotto. It's going to be frigging beautiful. So all our wine has been absorbed in the risotto. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now we're going to add in our stock. So it's now simmering beautifully on the hob. I'm just going to add a ladle or two at a time. Don't add any more stock until it's all absorbed. Otherwise what you're going to end up with is boiled rice. So we don't want boiled rice. It's what we call a risotto. We want that rice to absorb the stock gradually to create that beautiful body that we are looking for. Keep it stirring, and show your risotto some friggin' love. So on my last ladle of stock, thereabouts, add that in. Now, finish absorbing that in. We don't want it completely absorbed. You want a little bit of liquid in there to get a bit of that creaminess, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm just going to give it a little bit of a test. Oh mate, phenomenal. Right, we're adding back in our cauliflower. Oh yeah, we are. We're chucking that in now. Let's not forget about the banging sausage meat. Chuck that in there. Oh my dear lords. This is just looking amazing. Just going to finish off with some parmesan, because why not? So there we go. There is my cauliflower and sausage risotto. How easy is that? Just a few steps to bear in mind, but at the end you get something absolutely beautiful. So, taste this time. Oh my god. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a great way, a great alternative. Always hear people say, oh, I like a mushroom risotto. Forget mushroom. This is the daddy. So, if you like this video, hit subscribe, like this, share it, do what you got to do and spread the love around, you know what I mean? On that note, I need to go and eat this while it's nice and hot. Make the most of it. So on that note, ciao ciao guys and ta-ra!